Welcome to the weekend edition of News with a Twist. I'm Jabari Thomas.
Make fun of me in New Orleans for wearing this. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, this is my style.
Yeah. Are you into like martial arts or anything, or where does this come from?
No, I just love it. I was in Chinatown in LA and I saw this thing hanging up and I was like, I gotta have it.
Hey, what's happening? I'm Jabari in Hollywood South, and we're about to go behind the scenes of NCIS New Orleans.
And everybody's coming in, it's cold outside, but everybody's taking off the fur coats, and they have on their dazzling outfits, and I just ran into these lovely people here.
Wow. These guys are amazing. They actually pack their own parachute. Like, this thing is like huge.
Right.
And then it goes into this little bitty backpack. I really want them to actually make my bed one day.
Oh, they're that good at
I bet their beds
putting
are
it together?
tight.
Ah, I was vicious.
Right. I mean, I believe that. I believe they're
Violent, even.
I mean, I wouldn't say.
I was.
Don't make her mad.
And I think I would actually be good at that. Well, Riverlands Golf and Country Club in LaPlace is one of just 6 foot golf courses in the state, and you can play 18 holes of foot golf for as little as $10 there. And you can go to our website, WGNO.com, for more details.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Jabari, and I'm here at the WrestleMania on sale ticket party. You'll never guess who's here. WWE superstar Booker T.
Five-time champ.
Five-time champ. It's a lot of fun. I am a frozen popsicle.
Hey, look at her mom bundled up
He
with
looks
the
really
scarf. You
bundled
look like a
up.
little penguin.
I'm still waiting on my heater.
Oh.
Yeah, we're working
It's
on it.
coming, totally.
You read the script. Was there something in there that really shocked you?
Golden Globe winner for Best Director Ava DuVernay is in Hollywood South.
And if you think that's amazing,
This is what James Brown felt like.
All right, thanks for watching News with a Twist, the weekend edition. Until next time, beautiful people, remember to love each other wherever you go.
I'm Jabari, and we're here at the Chew. And what's happening now is the guy is warming up the audience right before the show, and we're going to start here in just a few moments. So we're about to go take our seat.
You can make a difference in this world. Good night, beautiful people.
And I will be all yours to love.
Yeah, you can work.
2, 1.
Hey, camera 4, you are clear.
Judge Mathis tapes on a set in Chicago, and if you're ever here, you can be a part of the audience for free. And as far as the cases, they're real, all of them.
You'll never see another judge like Judge Mathis because his unique personality says it all.
When I first started, I was trying to emulate the success of Judge Judy and the way she runs her court. And folks would complain that I was a little too mean. So I figured Judge Judy could be mean, but I can't. Well, I shouldn't go out of my way to be somebody I'm not.
Which works in his favor because Mathis wouldn't be able to get away with nearly half as much as he does on his show from when he served as a superior judge for Michigan's 36th district.
They would say, Judge Mathis, we've gotten complaints from your conduct. This is a dignified and very serious court because he doesn't believe the child is his. Okay. Otherwise, he certainly would be paying because he got plenty of money. Believe that. Believe that.
All rise. This court is now in session.
And through all the 18 years of doing his show, his relationship with his bailiff, Doyle, sends a message that says it's okay to be different.
Our exchange with each other shows that those from different backgrounds, yet we're able to communicate and enjoy each other and enjoy a sincere friendship. And I think it's indicative of what we could see in all of society and the inclusiveness.
And if there's any advice from such a successful judge and TV star, it would be to stay educated.
I was an ex-offender and I stayed in college until I had my record expunged. So I tell many ex-offenders, and when they say, well, I can't get anything in society, I say, well, get a PhD. Stay in school until you do. Now, if you're going to drop out, no, don't invest in yourself.
Hey, what's happening? We're here at Loco Joe's fireworks stand in Covington, and we're going to show you a few tips on how to safely pop firecrackers. Okay, that was loud. That was loud.
All right, man, so one of the main things people do wrong with sparklers is they like to hold them too close. First things first, you always want to use a punk. You want to keep it as far away as possible and never point it towards anybody. Another big thing, when you're finished with it, please put it in a bucket of water. You know, if you got kids running around, you know, they don't step on it because these things will burn for 15, 20 minutes and be hot enough to burn a foot. Another big thing, artillery shells, very dangerous. What you have here is your actual artillery shell. First things first, you always want to use a punk, once again, to properly blow these things up. What you do is you take it and you drop it down into the tube, make sure it goes all the way to the bottom. And what you want to do is get as far back as possible, light your wick, and step back about 30 feet. These are those you light it one time, and it goes off, it gives one show. And remember folks, always do this in an open area. Undo the tape, step back, light it, and get to trucking. You need to be at least 30 feet and enjoy the show.
All right, so this is one of the most famous streets across the globe. Locals and tourists from all over stop on this street to have a good time. So what was Bourbon Street like 50, 100, or even 300 years ago?
To find out, let's go back in time.
Bourbon Street in many respects was the frontier. It's named after the House of Bourbon. Much of the French Quarter is named after colonial backers. This was a company town. About 55% commercial, the rest of the street is residential. At one point it did stretch all the way to Lake Pontchartrain. So if anybody wants to imagine what New Orleans, like a lot of the buildings on Bourbon Street would have looked like during the colonial period, they could see with Lafitte's blacksmith shop. The Civil War, now there were certainly seedy sides of New Orleans throughout the colonial period. There were gambling halls, gambling dens, prostitution, saloons, bars. The 1788 fire would have stopped about 500 feet from where we were standing, which is why we still have Lafitte's blacksmith shop still standing today. Tourism becomes more of an issue in the 1880s and 1870s as railroads become connected. New Orleans is connected to places like Chicago and San Francisco and New York and Atlanta. So the anchor for the entertainment district for New Orleans is probably the French Opera House, which opens in 1852. And when Prohibition happens, a lot of the seedier nightlife in New Orleans kind of gets pushed underground. You have the speakeasies, the famous places where people have to kind of look for alcohol, but it's certainly there. It was in 1967, as the nightclubs began to fail after World War II that had been so popular with the GIs, they sort of ripped the velvet curtain and you have beer being sold on the street. People moving down Bourbon Street, drinking beer, looking in windows, opportunities for people to get their beers, get their food, and walk, okay? And this pedestrian foot traffic is what's so important in kind of defining what Bourbon Street is all about. What's been so remarkable about it is its ability to adapt, its ability to produce an entrepreneurial spirit amongst the people who live here. And it's an economic backbone for this city.
What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome to News with a Twist at 10. I'm Jabari Thomas, filling in for my man, Kurt Sprang.
And I'm Susan Roshan.
That's one of those things that if you beat a major movie like that, then you rock, you know.
But Tom Cruise, he's such a big star. I wouldn't think that would be possible. I mean, he really was and is the huge draw for Jack Reacher, right?
Right, exactly. And it's amazing how much work can go into one person. The one man who's on the poster, Tom Cruise, that's how everybody's making their money. So they expect, okay, we put him in the movie, then we will make some money. They did make money, but they didn't beat Tyler Perry's. Well, there's a new way to pay your water bill. Today, the Sewage and Water Board started a new billing system called Go Live. It's a 24-hour online account access where you can pay online and have auto pay options. You can also use a graph to track your water usage. Payments will still be accepted in the lobby of the Sewage and Water Board during business hours, but S&WB leaders say the new system is more efficient.
Do you really think Tyler Perry cares whether Medea beats Tom Cruise?
He's worth about $400 million, so I can't tell you. I mean, more money is more money. I think it's more about
I can't wait to see
power or range or
yeah.
whatever.
Hello.
Hello.
I love the swinging necklace and the swinging boobs that go both ways. There's nothing like that.